And this lesson is going to be all about what you just did right there, and that is tapping. So if you want to get really good at tapping, start doing stuff like this. First of all, I tap with my finger, my pointing finger, because I get that warm tone that I get when I hit it. If I hit it with a pick, it kind of sounds clanky. I don't like that. So I use my first finger and I just tap it with the tip of my finger. So a good exercise to learn when you're tapping stuff on your fretboard is to get you started. This is what you should do. Put your left finger, first finger, left hand on the 3 at a high E, and then right finger on the 12 with the 2 dots. And do it like that. Okay? So now, if you think you got that, do that on all the strings. 4 times. And move it down to 3 and B right there. Next time move it down to G. So, if you got that, go ahead and do it right now. If you got it, move on. Now let's try something a little harder. This time we tap 12, we put our first hand on 3, and then this time we're going to go like this. Okay, so what I did was I tapped on the 12 there, and I let it go, and then my third finger I had on the 5, and I just let it go. Do that 4 times. Now, let's do that on all the rest of the strings. There we go. We did the high E, so 4 times. Alright, so if you think you got that, do it faster, and then 4 counts. That's right? So now, let's move on. So now, we're going to do stuff like this. 12, 3, 5, 3, 13, 5, 7, 5. Okay, so what I do is I tapped on a 12, 3, 5, 3, then tapped on 13, and I put my finger on 5. 8, 5. Alright, so let's do that on the rest of the strings. That's it. So that's good stuff to learn how to do when tapping. Let me show you some more stuff you can do. For just with your right hand, straight up, like this. Now we're gonna play a game. It's called Follow the Dots and Tap the Dots. So every time there's a dot on the high E string, tap it 4 times. Now 3 on the high E. 5, not E, 7, not E, 9, 12, 15, 17, 19. Alright, so do that. And then go faster. Again, following the dots and then backwards. And you can do it open if you want. Yeah. So anyway, that's a good way to get you started on that tapping. It's important to do that stuff because it's crazy. And here's another cool exercise. Tap on 12 on a low E. 3, 5, 3. So 12, open. And I hit open like this. So just in case you don't hit that open, it's like. You can do that too. It's basically tapping on the low E, 12, hitting it with your right hand. 3, 5, 3. So open at the end. So you do that on the A, D, G, okay. So go ahead and try that. Thanks for watching. So next, I'm going to show you how to do rhythms like that, cool riffs like that. Basically, I want you to learn how to do triplets first. So with your pick on your low string, just go down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So this will also be the lesson where I can show you strumming techniques. So check it out. If you're playing metal or if you're playing rock, this is what you do. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Now let's do that on all the strings. That string. So, once you got that down, do it again. Alright, so if you got that down, let's do triplets and let's up the speed a little. Like that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 4 and we're going to switch each string. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Those are triplets. It's important to do that. Alright, so now, while we're at it, we can talk about palm muting your notes. Basically, your palm will mute the strings while you hit them. This is palm muting, as opposed to regular. So if I did a chord like, let's say 1 and 3, palm muting was I put this part of my palm down on the strings while I lock down the chord. See, I have my whole hand covering all the strings, as opposed to not palm muting. Alright, so that's palm muting. It's important because it quiets down the note. It's supposed to loud note like this. So anyways, you must learn about that too as well. So now let's work on some sliding rhythms from power chords as well. Stuff that rocks. Then I'll show you about drop tuning. So let's go 1 and 3, and then 3 and 5. And we'll just give it a chug down, 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 down. Ready? 12 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll do it the whole time. Alright, so now let's go to 1 and 3 to 2 and 4, and let's pump it, chug down. You're gonna get louder. You can let it go too if you like. Alright, so now we got some cool rhythms like that. Go backwards. 10 and 12 and 10 and 9. 10 and 12, 9 and 11. And just go down like that. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 7. And open. So do that to help you with your rhythm, because that will really help you. And it's important to learn this stuff, let me tell you. So let's go on with hammer-ons and pull-offs and things like that. This is a hammer-on. Hit this is a pull-off. And the other lessons you'll see that this is what we're doing. So basically what I'm doing is I'm hitting the open D string, and I'm just hammering out with my first finger. The second time, if I pull off, I push the finger down first, and then I just let it go. So let's do some exercises and hammer-ons and pull-offs. Let's start off with on the low string on the 2nd fret. And then pull off. A string, open 2, 2 open. Now, open D, 2, 2 open. Open G, open B. And now, open 2, high E, 2 open. So now, if you know how to do that, do 4 sets of everything. So open 2, open 2, open 2, open 2. You can do it like that. That's cool too. Now another way to do a hammer-on is like this. Say you put your finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string, hit the note, basically you're going 2, 3, 2. And you're only hitting it one time on the string. Hit the string results. So we're going to go 2, 3, 2 on an E string. We're going to do all the rest of the strings as well. 4 times. Alright, so that's that stuff. Go ahead and practice this stuff, alright? See you next one. Hello everyone, alright, so in this lesson I'm going to be talking about scales and some other cool stuff that you can do. So let's get started. So the first scale is it's called a Phrygian scale. Basically, you must go on the 11th fret of the low E string, 12 on the low E string, and 15 on the E string. So basically, it's 11, 12, 13. And you get to do that on all the strings. So and then reverse. Hit. So yeah. Basically we are here. And go ahead and try to do that again. 11, 12, 15, 11, 15, 11, 12, 15, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12, 15, 11, 15. That's the Phrygian scale. You could try that. Our next one is called a Phrygian scale. It's basically it's going to start off on a 12. And it's going to go 12, 14, 15. Then next string A, 12, 14, 15. Then it's going to go like this. So it's in a weird pattern like that. I'm going to play it one more time. 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14 on D, 12, 14 on G, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15. So again. That's how that one's done. 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15. 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 15, 12, 14, 15. That's how it's done. So our next scale that we're going to move on to is diatonic. Very common used one. Diatonic scale goes from 1 on a low string to 6, or to 4, I'm sorry. So basically it's always 2 frets in between. So it's 1 and 4 on the low E, 2 and 5 on the A, 3 and 6 on D, 4 and 7 on G, 5 and 8 on the B string, 6 and 9 on the high E. And then, once you get it, go backwards. This scale can be used everywhere. Let's say if you wanted to put it at the 12, you basically be in the key of E. Since 12 is an octave of E, that's how it would sound. The same pattern is going to go from there to there. Alright, so, and what you want to do with the picking is, you just want to go down and up, down and up, down and up for the picking. You can do it at the octave of 12, you can do it at the octave of 7. they're positioned everywhere. So let's do it at the octave of 1 first. Right here, 1. And now we'll do it to 3 and 6. Now 7 and 10. And 12 and 15. Alright, so that should help you do solo. Now let's look at some other stuff that we gotta do when we solo sometimes. So let's talk about bends and hammer-ons and pull-outs and those things like that. So for a bend, you want to do a full bend, you want to pull it up towards the ceiling on a 12 on the high E. That's a bend up. Let's go on 15. Pull it up. That's a 15 bend. That's 17 bend, 19, 21, 44. Okay? You're bending it up because the note is getting raised higher, so that's up. Now let's say if you do this. There you are. So what that is a half step bend. We're just pulling it up and returning it back to its original note. Let's do that on a 12. Now let's do that on 15. Now let's do that on 17. Now 19. And 20. 21. So now that is a half bend because of half a bend and you're returning it back to its form. So now let us work with those bends some more. But this time we're going to go on the B string. 12. Bend 12. Bend 15. Bend 17. 19. 21. 24. And now let's bend 2 strings simultaneously. 12 on the high E, 15 on the B string. Both strings we're going to strum E to B and bend like that. It's going to make like a screeching noise, alright? So now, once you do that, go to the 15 on the high E and 18 on the B. Okay? So let's do that one more time, a little exercise. 12 on the high E, 15 on the B, and strum B and A strings. Pull them both up. There. Like that. Now 15 and 18 on the high E. So now what I'm doing is I'm bending the B and I'm leaving the 12 on the high E alone. And I only hit it once. Try doing that because that'll help you. Strengthen your third finger. So now follow the bend pattern to 12, 15, 15, 18, 17, 20, 19, 22. 12 and 15 and 18, 17 and 20, 19 and 23. Alright, so for that's how you do a bend, and that will help you learn how to do some stuff up here. You can also do it up here on the 5 and 7. What I'm doing here is I put my finger on the 3 and my third finger on the 5 with the B or G string, and I strike B and G at the same time, and then I strike G and I pull it up slowly. So I'm pulling it all the way up. I'm pulling it up one step higher than it normally is. This is normal note. This is higher. See? So when you pull the note up, that means you're going higher. Lower notes are lower. So So now bend 5 and 3, 5 on the G string, 3 on the B. Now bend 7 on G, 5 on B. And then follow up all the way. So, there's a lot of stuff that you can do with that. And yes, if you have a bar, if you have a floated rose bar, that'll just flow too. So with a floated rose bar, or any bar that you have, if you pull it down like this, press down, you're lowering the note. If you're pulling up, raising the note. So let's say if I do that bend on the 5 again, the 3. Okay? And kind of sounds weird, doesn't it? So you can do stuff like that. Let's continue on in the next lesson, and if you're having trouble with this, go ahead and practice this one more time. Okay? Thanks. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to play some cool riffs like this right now. Basically, I'm barring 2 on the G, B string, and I hit A chord. Then I go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then I move it to 4, same, I'm picking A again, 1, 2, 3. Then I move it to 5, and 4. So again. So what I'm doing is I'm hitting the D, G, or D, G, B strings first when I bar. Open. Then I hit D, G, B on the 4. One time. Then I hit open, open. Okay. 5. I bar 5th fret. D, G, B. Open, open, A. And then 4. So that's how I do that riff. Either way, you can do it like that. That's in the style of like a lot of rock bands, metal bands play it like that. If you want to learn how to do a lot of chugging, do that power chord format that we were doing before. And that should help you out with playing. Thanks for watching. Hello kids. Alright, this next lesson is all about understanding how to read guitar tablature and musical notes. So let's get started. You're going to see 6 lines in the string. The bottom string is the high E string. Next one is B. Next one is G. Next one is D. Next one is A. Next one is E. So it's E, B, G, D, A, E. We read it from left to right also. So you try to, E, B, E, 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 E. Here is a practice exercise. That means you hit the zeros. If you see the zeros up here, that means that you just hit the note open without pushing down anything. So start off from left to right, just like reading. You hit. You see on you see where the lowest E is on the bottom. That is where you hit there's 4 zeros, so you gotta hit the lowest E string 4 times. Next, to the right, you see that it went up, the zeros went up to the A string. So then you hit the A string 4 times. Then next, to the right, to up, it's the D string, you hit that open 4 times. Then up to the right, you hit the G string 4 times. Now up to the right, it's the B string. And finally on top is the high E. So, next we gotta go to practice part 2. And with this one, you have to go from high to low. So high E goes first, then B, then G, then D, then A, then E. Twinkle twinkle little star. Take your shot. Twinkle twinkle little star part 2. And skip to my loop. Hello then. Now, the blues play this, basically when you see numbers stacked on top of each other like this, it means that you strum both of the strings at the same time. So there's a 0 on the E string and there's a 2 on the A. That means you're going to strum both strings at the same time while putting your first finger on the second fret of the A string. Then it's going to go like this: 2, 2, 4, 5, 4. These are the only 2 strings you strum, the A and the E. That's how it's going to go. So next, you strum the A and D strings only. And you do the same pattern, you move your finger up to the second fret of the D string, and strum it, and move to the 4th fret of the D, then 5th fret of the D, then 4th fret of the D. This part teaches you about how to hold your pick. Basically, just put your thumb over it in the middle like that, and your first finger behind it, like pointing. As you can see, that is how you hold it. Here's a basic layout of notes right here, from low to high. Learning notes is a lot of fun. Start off by learning from low E to high E. It will help you understand how to read them properly. You will learn to recognize the sound each certain note is playing. So this is the lowest note. This is 6th string. A string open. 1, 2, 3, 4. G string open. 1, 2, 3, 4. B string open. High E string, 1st string open. lowest E string, that is the lowest D, A, the 5th string, A string open is the same, similar, B, the 5th string, 2nd fret, B, the 2nd string. Notice how they are similar. C, the 5th string, 3rd fret. D, the 4th string. E, the 4th string, 2nd fret. Highest E string. D, the 4th string. So F, the 4th string, 3rd fret. G, the 6th string, 3rd fret. And there you go. That's how you read tabs and notes. This part is more about tablature. Today's culture, most people prefer to use tablature when writing music out for the guitar. It's similar to writing notation but varies as well. The next section will show you how to read tablature, and you can look up guitar tabs for your favorite songs and learn how to play it. So again, here's the exercise we did. Alright, now try this. Open, 1, 2, 3. Next. There we go. So this part is about reading chords. Chords, they're all stacked up on top of each other like this. And you have to pick them all at the same time, simultaneously. This is the E chord. This is the C chord. Like a cat. This is G chord. G is for green. This is A chord, like an apple. This is D chord. D is in dog. This is G7 chord. Alright, so there are many ways to play chords. Using your fingers to make the chords sound right is very important. Here are some examples of some known chords that you can start off learning. Remember, take your time and watch your finger positioning. For more information on playing chords, please download Astonishing Guitar Performer. C chord, D chord, and F chord. There you go. And there you go. That is how you read tabs and notes, and I hope you had some fun going through this thing again. And practice. Thank you very much for watching this DVD. So in this part of the DVD, I'm going to show you how to do a snare drum beat to your music with your thumb pick. I recommend using the thumb pick for this because it's going to have that snare sound. So now, practice doing this. For now, using your thumb and have it hit the low E. But don't hit the guitar body, hit the string only. So check this. One, two, three, four. I'm not pushing anything down by the way. Now, if you're playing plugged in, people will be able to hear that like no problem. If you're not plugged in, and you got an acoustic that's not electric. This one's electric. Use your foot, your left foot, tap to the beats at the same time as you're hitting that low E. And by the way, you're hitting that low E where that sound hole is. Don't worry, your pick won't fall through it because you got it on your finger. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're right-handed, use your left foot to tap. If you're left-handed, use your right foot to tap, or vice versa. So now, let's get a little more creative here. E chord, E minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so what I did there was E minor. And I just hit it 1, tap, 1, tap, 1. Okay. If you think you got that, move to A string, move to A chord. Sorry. Next, tap, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to E chord. Then you do B. So now, that is the perfect way for you, or a really good way, for you to learn how to tap and create a snare drum effect on your guitar that will help you keep beat and also make the sound cooler and make the song a lot more fulfilling to yourself, and help you out with playing. So do stuff like that. Let's try something a little faster. More bluesy stuff. So for there, you're gonna have to learn how to do it a little quicker. 1 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So basically, for that blues rhythm, I'm just doing 2. I'm hitting only the A string, and I'm hitting the chords with my thumb like this. So I'm hitting 2 on the A, 4 on the A after that, and then 5 on the A after that, and then back to 4. And I'm hitting those twice each, so. After that, like I just did right now, I cross over from the 2nd fret to the A string, I cross over to the D this time. And I hit 2 on the D, 4 on the D, 5 on the D, and then 4 on the D. And then I hit the A also too on it. So alright, so and what I'm doing with my thumb is I'm going in a circular motion because I want to tap this part before I do anything else. So it's all about when I'm hitting that first note, I hit that like that. And the next one is 5, and then 4. So if you learn how to do that, you'll get it. This took me a long time to do. To learn how to do this masking, this beating part. Like if you want to get a hollower beat, you have to like the mariachis do. The mariachi guitar players always use that beat on the body. It's just fun. This is cool. It's got some cool tone to it. Or you hit the, like how I was doing, hit the strings. Alright, so go ahead and practice this stuff right here, and we'll move on to the next portion of the DVD. Thank you. Hi there. Alright, so this lesson is for absolute beginners. And this is all about learning how to play the guitar if you're just starting. There's a few things that you should know, and I will go through them right now with you. First off, you need to get your guitar tuned. If you haven't done so, you can check out the other part of this DVD, which will help you tune your guitar. Once you get your guitar tuned, come back to this part and start playing what we got coming up. First of all, you'll notice that I am playing here with a finger pick. Get yourself a finger pick. There's different sizes. The ones that I have are large. So you want to try different sizes because there's many sizes. So now, let's start off with with just strumming. I'm gonna let my hand go, by the way, my left hand. And I'm just gonna strum. So I just start strumming 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now I want you to strum the 5 strings on the bottom here. Only, don't strum the low E string. Only the 5 bottom ones. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, so once you've done that, you get a feel of how it's going to go. So now I want you to low E all 6 strings first, strum, and then I want you to strum the 5 string after that, and then we're going to alternate between. So the first one is 6, second one's 5. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so we're moving along. Now that you understand the strumming pattern that we're going to be doing, we're going to understand next the finger patterns that are coming up next for this. So for finger picking, you're going to use the low E string, pick like that. Then you will use your first finger to hit the D string, second finger to hit the G string, third finger to hit the B, and finally pinky on the high E. So that's what it's going to look like. So I want you to give it a try. Low E, D, G, B, E. Again, my left hand isn't doing anything, so alright, if you think you got it, you're going to go reverse after you got it. So, and then we're going to go backwards. E, B, G, D, E. So here we go. It's all good if you switch between your pinky and your index finger, because you don't want to get your fingers tired to the point where you can't do anything because your fingers are tired or they hurt. And if they hurt, stop playing. So now, once you've got that done, you're going to pick the A string instead of low E and do the same pattern we did before. Open D, G, B, E. So alright, so A, D, G, B, E. A, D, G, B, E. Okay? And then we're going to go reverse after that. And this time land on the A. So put them both together, those two, then A. Alright, so now we're going to move on with these here. These are called frets, and basically you're going to be hitting, or I'm sorry, pushing down on the first fret here. They're numbered from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. On each string, there's 6 strings, so there's frets for each of those strings. So if, for instance, if you push down on the 1 and you strum the lowest E string, by the way, you will be able to get that sound. Then you use your second finger to hit the second fret, hit that note. And again, I'm hitting the low E here, you see that? Then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, then 9, then 10, 11, 12. Now, you got that. Move on to the next string, the A string. Put your finger on the first fret, push it down, and use your tip of the finger to push it like that. And push down and pluck the A string, which is the second string right here. You see that? Alright. That's actually the 4th string, because it goes, oh sorry, 5th string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's how it goes. So this is the 5th string. Push it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we move to the next string, which is the D string. And we're going to use our finger this time, because we only use our thumb for the top 2 strings. So here we go. Finger, pull it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And the next string is the G string. So we push our finger down and put it on the first fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our next one is the B string. Push it down on the first fret. Use your finger to pluck the B string right here. And you can use your first finger and your second finger to alternate between it. So the first one, for instance, will be like this. Second one will be like this. Third, 4th, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And finally, the high E string is right here. It's the bottom string all the way. It's the first string, so you're gonna hit 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you think you got that, go reverse. Go from 12 all the way to 1. Okay, and then with the rest of the other strings, go reverses as well, from 12 to 1. And G string. D string, go 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And A string, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And finally, low E string, 11, 10. And there you have it. That is a great exercise to get you started on playing acoustic. So let's talk about some more stuff about that. You can practice by let's say you're using your thumb for the low E. Okay, start following the indicators here, which are the 3, the 5, 7, and 9, and 12, and then the 15 centimeters. Practice from 1 to 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Then go to the next string. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Then the next string. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Then the next string is G. 1, 3, 5, 7, string after that is the B string. Put our finger on the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Then on the high E string, we put our finger on 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Now, if you think you got that, let's try that in reverse. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. Alright, now B string. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. G string. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. D string. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. The A string is next, 12th fret. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. And finally, the lowest E string on the 12th fret. 12, 9, 7, 5, 3, 1. It's important to know these fret numbers. Seriously, if you're learning how to play, learn how to do these fret numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And again, I'm using my thumb pick to play the lowest E where I'm hitting these notes. So you need to know these because you'll be able to do more. And what I'm doing there is I'm switching it from my pinky, so my pinky can get some work done. And you don't wanna have it sound like that, because what happens there is your thumb, one of your fingers are landing on one of the frets right there in the middle, and you can't have it. You have to make sure that your finger is in between each fret when you hit the notes, because it's going to sound really bad. It's going to sound sour, and you don't want it to sound like that. So you want the fingers to push down on the middle in between the frets here. I will be talking about more about this kind of stuff in the other lessons in this DVD. But you got to make sure that you know how to play these. And open is always open 0. It's considered as a 0. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3. A string. 0, 1, 2, 3. D string. Open. 1, 2, 3. Open G string. 1, 2, 3. Open B string. 1, 2, 3. And finally open E high E. So that is how you do it. And go ahead and practice this portion of the DVD. If you don't understand what's going on, go ahead and go through it again, because it's going to take some time to learn this, and you're not going to learn overnight. It's impossible. And we're going to talk about more stuff later on this DVD. So thank you very much for watching, and remember, just practice doing that, and then start off small and then practice a little bit more day by day as it goes, because then you'll start to get more familiar with the patterns. The Travis style picking, it involves a lot of practice between alternating between E and D, and E and G and E, and it just jumps up and down like that. And you're gonna have to learn how to make yourself sound like bass and another guitar and the drum. Make your guitar sound like a one band, like an instrument that can handle playing like a band. So thanks for watching, and go ahead and check out the other parts. Thanks a lot. Hello there. Okay, so this is going to be your beginning for finger picking. I'm going to show you the basic parts of finger picking. Now, there's two ways to do this. which the way I prefer is to just use your fingers. Just because it's a little easier for me to do the motions and stuff. If not, sometimes I use a thumb pick like this. Alright, you can get a thumb pick anywhere, online or any kind of guitar store. Just make sure that you get one that's your size. Mine is a large. There's like small, medium, large. Some of them are so small that it cuts off the blood and the circulation to your finger, and that's not good. It hurts after a while. Anyways, you can get these thumb picks anywhere. Like I said. Now, let's begin with learning how to do the finger positions. I'm bringing over my guitar closer, and I'll show you how this is done. So, whether or not you like to use your thumb pick or your thumb, it doesn't matter. I'll do it with the thumb for now, and then I'll use the thumb pick after. My left hand is not doing anything right now, so don't do anything with your left hand. So now, just hit the low E with your thumb. Alright? Now here's what's up. You're going to use your thumb for the low 6th string E. And then you're going to use your first finger to hit the D string. Second finger to hit the G. Third finger and then finger to hit the B. And your pinky to hit the high E. So it's going to be E, D, G, B, E. Okay? Now, let's do that one more time, slowly. E, D, G, B, E. Now I'm plucking it because I want you to hear it. If you got that down, then we have to go in the reverse order. E, B, G, D, E. No sweat, right? So, go ahead and practice that. No problem. See? Alright, so the basics for finger picking are your thumb is going to be hitting the E and alternating between fingers and strings. So the E and A string you only hit with your thumb. Those are the only two that you gotta hit with your thumb. The rest of them are first finger on the D, second finger on the G string, third finger on the B, and fourth finger pinky on the E. You have to do it like that because it's gonna go. Okay. All right. So now it's gonna get a little harder. Obviously, we're gonna do E, D, G, B, E, then backwards B, G, D. Now this time you're going to use your thumb and hit the A. So, and then first finger on the D, and G, and B, and high E. And then back to B with your index finger, and your second finger on the G, first finger D. And then we're going to hit E after that because it switches from A to E. So, there you have it. So, remember this because this is important when it comes to playing with your thumb and finger picking. So now, we're going to go ahead one more time with and we're going to do it with the finger pick. again, you take your thumb like this, and you put the part of the pick, the pointy part, towards you, like this, towards the guitar, and just go. And if you're going to be using the thumb, make sure it's on the tip, and not so it's too tight, but hit your E and like this. Alright, so go ahead and practice this part of the DVD, and we'll be showing you some more stuff about chords and things later on. And thank you very much. Hi there. Alright, so this part of the DVD will explain to you about chords and what different chords you can do and how to do them with finger picking. So, I'm going to play you some chords, and I'm going to show you how I do them. Alright, so let's start off with basic chords, straight up basic. E minor, which are your second and your third finger on the 2 on the A and 2 on the D. And you're going to use your thumb and just pluck the whole time down, all down. So here it is again. Second finger on the A string, second fret. Second and third finger on the second fret right there. And we're going to strum right there. Now that's E minor. You're going to be strumming down. Follow my rhythm. Alright, so now we're going to do A after this. So with the E minor, move your 2 fingers down, I mean towards the ground, and move your finger down to the second fret of the D string and second fret of the G string, and you're going to strum from the A string down. Do not hit the lower E, you're going to hit the A string. So that's what's going on. This is A. Alright, so now that you know E and A, we have to do the D chord. D chord is you put your first finger on the second fret of the high E, your third finger on the third fret of the B string, and your second finger will go on the second fret of the G string. And you're going to be hitting, strumming the four strings, bottom 4 strings. So this is D. Again, I'm just using my thumb You strum now. Alright. We'll get into strumming a little bit later. Now, we're going to get into a new chord. This will be the G chord. Alright, so what you gotta do is you take your last third and fourth finger, index and pinky, and you put your pinky on the 3 of the E string, high E, the first string, and the 3 on the B string, the second string. Then your second finger will go on high G, right here, on the 3rd fret, and your first finger will go on the 2nd fret of the A string. So again, pinky, next finger, middle finger all the way over to the 3 of the E string, and your first finger will go on 2 of the A. And then you will go, this is G major. Right, so that's G major. The G note itself is right here. 3rd fret, high E string, pinky. Now since we're doing chords, we're only using thumb. Because this is just straight up just chords. If you were to use in a song perhaps, you need to use your pinky. Or your second finger. I like to use both. To get my pinky some a little bit of break. So I mean, you can do stuff with your pinky and all that, but don't overly exert yourself, because then you'll start to feel it and give your pinky a break. Alright, so our next chord is a C chord. And how it's played is like this. You take your first finger, put it on the 1st fret of the B string, and your second finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then your 3rd finger will go on the 3rd fret of the A string. And you're going to strum the A string all the way down, and the rest of the 5 strings. Don't hit the high or the lowest E. It's going to sound like this. Alright, so now that you got C, we're going to move over down the next string, all your fingers, well, actually just two of your fingers, and we're going to do the F chord. So move your finger down to the 3rd fret of the D string, and move your second finger, middle finger down to the 2nd fret of the G string, and you're going to strum F, G, B. You're going to be actually strumming the B, G, D strings. I said F because this is the key of F. that's F chord. Alright, so our next chord is a B chord. Alright, B chord is a little tricky, but you can do it too. Your second finger will go on the second fret of the A string. First finger will go on the first fret of the D string. And then third finger will go on the second fret of the G string. And your pinky will go on the second fret of the B string. So it's going to go like this. You know? Oh, and you're going to strum A, D, G, B. Yeah. So let's do that again. 2, 1, 2, 2. I have my pinky here on the 2, and my other finger here on the 2 of the G string. Then I put my first one right there, and my second finger right there. And it's kind of hard to do. But once you get it, you get it. Okay, let's go. And basically the B note is right here, the second fret on the A string. And of course you're going to be using your thumb. So it's right there. So that is B chord. So there are your basic chords. We will continue some more stuff in the next portion of the DVD, and go ahead and practice this stuff for right now, so you know what to do. And also we can do the chords in the first pattern that I showed you in the previous part. Well, I guess we'll work on that in the next one. So, thank you. Hi there. In this DVD, I'm going to be showing you how to play guitar in the fingerstyle format that is used widely today. I'm assuming that you know how to play a little bit of guitar already. If you don't, it's okay. You can check out the other DVDs in my store that are for beginners, and they explain how to play different beginner stuff for guitar. So for right now, I understand you know how to play a little bit, and this DVD is going to be just all about finger picking styles and techniques and rhythms and patterns that you can do on your acoustic guitar or electric guitar. So there's a lot of different stuff that we're going to go over, and so you'll be able to learn how to do the certain patterns and rhythms and things like that. And we're going to go over some stuff also, so if you know, so from what you know. For right now, I'm playing a 6-string acoustic with a cutoff. I like to use cutoffs because I can access the higher frets without, you know, the big move over. So if your guitar has a cutoff, great for you. Now, if it doesn't, it's okay. There's a lot of other guitars that you can use, but the patterns are the same. Alright, so now the first thing is first. Let's get tuning going, and we'll move on to the next portion of this DVD. And thank you very much. Alright, so this time we're going to be discussing about picking patterns. So let's go ahead and start off patterns by the chords that you know. The E minor chord that I was showing you previously. If you haven't watched the chords portion of this, you need to watch it first. That's gonna help you. But for now, I'm doing E. And I'm going to use my thumb and watch this. Okay, this is E. Thumb, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, pinky. Alright, so practice that. So when I'm plucking with my thumb, I'm hitting them down. But when I'm using my fingers, I'm plucking them up. Okay? Make sure you know that, you remember that. So now let's do A. Move my fingers down, A chord, and I pluck from the A string. Then I hit my first finger, second finger, third finger, high E, then back down. Alright. So that's how you do that. Now, D, first finger here, 2, third finger on the 3. Second finger crossover on the second fret of the G string. So, like that. We're going to hit thumb, open D, first finger on the G string, second finger on the B, third finger on the high E. And sometimes pinky. So, there you have it. Go up and then go down, just like I did. So that's D. So now G. 3 on the high E, 3 on the B, first finger on the second fret of the A string, second finger on the 3 of the low E. So then hit low E with my thumb, first finger on the D, second finger on the G, third finger on the B, pinky on the high E, and then reverse. Pinky, G, G, D, G. No, you do it like that. So next is C. Again, first finger on the B, second finger on the D, third finger on the A string, and then you're gonna thumb down on the A, first finger D, second finger G, third finger B. That's how you do C. Next, what was it? B, isn't it? Now, put your position in the B, 2 on the high E, 2 on the B, first finger on the D strings, second finger on the A. So it's going to sound like this. That's the B chord. But now you're going to pick the A string, and then first finger D, second. This G will be open. This one will be on the second fret, and second fret B. Okay. Do that one more time. So basically it's A, D, G, B, E, B, G, D, A. That's the pattern. This is all about learning how to do this pattern, because this pattern is very, very common all over the place. And the more you do it, it's best to start off to do it with chords like that. No problem, right? Just as long as you remember to strum with your thumb down on those parts that you need it, because it's basically your bass right here. And we're going to talk about playing, sounding like it's multiple instruments on your guitar. Like, we're going to move on to that later, because you can make your guitar sound like it's two guitars, or you can make your guitar sound like it's a snare drum, things like that. Lots of fingerstyle guitars do that, and I'll talk about that later on. But for now, get these patterns down, because that's going to help you. Alright, thanks for watching. Hello there. Alright, so this next portion will be about simultaneous picking. Check this. When I'm saying simultaneous, you're going to use the fingers that I tell you to use. Alright, so, because it's going to help you learn how to do the simultaneous picking. A lot of music is like that now when it comes to fingerstyle. Basically, you're going to be hitting two strings at the same time, constantly, to make your guitar sound like it's two of them. Now, for that, I use my thumb and my first finger. I don't use my pinky much for that, because it'll confuse you for doing that. It'll confuse you. For right now, use the thumb and your first finger. Anyways, so what you want to do is high E and low E. Hit them both together, same time. Now, if you got that, hit the A and B at the same time. Alright, next we're going to hit D and B at the same time. Next, we're going to hit G and E at the same time. Let's try it again. Low E, high E, A and B. D. G and E. Now, here's where it gets a little harder. E. So low E, high E, A and high E, D and high E, G and high E, and then reverse. G and high E, D and high E, A and high E, low E and high E. Now, if you do that slowly, start off slowly. Then gradually increase your speed. If you do that right, when you start adding chords to it, it'll sound cool. And basically, you're going to be learning how to do the patterns on here, on how to do simultaneous picking. This is the beginning of it all, right here. So simultaneous picking is going to help you learn how to play sound like two guitars. Now you can start doing your chords. E, A, D, C, and you can do stuff like that. It really helps you out a lot if you go ahead and practice that. If you start off slow, start off slow. And later on, you'll get faster and boom, you'll be able to jam. Thanks for watching. Watch this part again if you don't understand. Or if you're having a hard time, just watch it again and practice. Thank you. Hello there. Alright, this portion of the DVD is about different picking styles such as Travis picking. So, to better understand Travis picking, let's talk about it in general. Travis picking is very famous and it's very widely used all around free finger style technique of playing. It has to do with making your guitar sound like a bass and drum, and it has a certain pattern that you can begin from. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do some of the basic patterns for Travis picking. So what you want to do is first, let's start off with a G chord. If you don't know what a G chord is, it's basically 3 on the low E, 2 on the A open, and then 3 on the high E right here. So it's basically a 3-finger chord. Okay, so do the G chord first. You don't know what you're doing on the G chord, you can look at the other part of this DVD which shows how to do the G chord. But anyways, let's get started with Travis picking. So I'm not going to do anything but just leave my fingers down on that G chord the whole time. Alright, so that's one step. Now, to begin with G chord and Travis style picking, you need to do this. You need to jump from, use your pick, your finger pick by the way. You would go from E to D constantly. Okay, so here we go. notice how the way I'm picking it, it's sort of resembles a bass and a guitar. So now, if you think you got that, let's try picking the high E at the same time as hitting the low E. So then we're gonna hit it like this. So what we're doing there is we're adding the second guitar into it, and we're still constantly doing that. Alright, so that's our main beat to the Travis picking style. So so let's get a little more complicated. So now we're going to hit both of the E strings, and then the D string, and then open B string. So again, how I did that was I hit both E strings, low and high. I hit the D string on the second fret next, and then I hit the B string open, and then I hit the G string open. So after you have done that, let's try that again actually. Notice how you're hearing this constantly the whole time. Alright, so now we're going to change it up again. So we're going to do a different pattern. So now we're going to hit E and E at the same time, and then we're going to hit D, G, B, G, D. So both E's, then D, G, B, G, D. So here's how we do it. And we're still staying with the G chord here, by the way, folks. So okay. So now, once you've got that, let's switch the chord to C chord. Okay, first finger on the 1, second finger on the second fret of the D string, third finger on the third fret of the A string. So just 3 fingers, folks. Alright, and we're going to pluck the A string and the high E string. So you gotta learn how to pluck both of them. So just go like this for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, once you've done that, you're going to do the same thing you did previously on that. So it's going to go like this. But this time you're going to pluck A and B on that C chord. So you're going to go, and then you're going to hit the D string on the second fret. So Okay, so what I'm doing is, watch my fingers. I'm going using this finger to pluck the B string and my thumb to pluck the A string, and then I'm going to use my thumb to hit the D. It's starting to sound kind of like a song, right? So alright, so that's how you would do that. So let's get a little more interesting here. Let's change it up again. A and B strings from, or pick both of them. This time you're gonna hit D, G, B, G, D. So A and B strings simultaneously. D, G, B, G, D. So again, slowly. A and B string simultaneously while doing the C chord. So, and then okay, and we can go back to the G chord that we did previously. So what we did previously was low E, high E, strung at the same time. Then D string, G string, B string, and G, B, D. So all together, both of them are going to sound like this. And that is the basic way to play Travis picking in that kind of style. And you want to practice more stuff like that. Let's try doing E minor, which is open 2-2. 2 second fret on the A string, second fret on the D string, and so you're going to do it like this. Open E, high E. And basically you're just going to hit the second fret of the D string, like so, right here. This is second fret. So same pattern. Notice how this low E and this D note are my bass notes. I just add tapping in between that. So when I'm tapping, I'm just tapping on the string here or on the bass body. Okay, so that is pretty much the basics of that type of picking, and it's not again, it's not complicated. You just gotta practice it a whole lot so you can understand how to do the finger positioning. Again, you just gotta do the chords. Your left hand, when you do the chords, they don't do anything. You stay in there. This whole lesson is to just do G. Keep your left hand completely locked out. Don't move any fingers on that G chord, and then don't. When you switch it to C, just keep it locked down at C. Don't let it go, you know. Just keep it locked down. And also for E. as well. Okay, because it's all about learning how to do the pattern. So remember, low E, this is a G chord by the way. Low E, like that, T. Start off like that. Then when you get a little bit more, low E and high E. Okay. Then once again, low E, high E, B string. And again, I'm hitting B and G open after that. So low E, high E first like this. Second fret on the D string, and then alright, so you can also get fancy like that too with the low first finger, second finger, third finger, like that. You can do it like that too. What I did there was low E and high E on the first, and I hit, I basically plucked it up on the D string, and then G string next with my index finger, and my second finger, and my third finger will be on the B string. So you go like this. You can do it like that too, because that way, you'll start to understand how to do the motions of picking like that. So you go ahead and practice that, and if you don't understand it, go ahead and do this lesson again, and then we'll continue on some more stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Hi there. Alright, so this portion of this DVD will show you tuning. So let's get your guitar tuned to get started with this. So your first tuning will be standard tuning, which is E, B, G, D, A, E. Standard tuning of E. So here's your low E. Low E is the top string, by the way. Alright, moving on to the A string, the 5th string. Moving on to the D. Moving on to the G string. Alright, moving on to the B string. And finally the high E string, the 1st string. Alright, so let's try that again. Let's go to the lower 6th string. Alright, next is the 8th. Next is D string. next is G string. Next is B string. And next E string. So all together, the guitar is going to sound like this. Stronger. If it doesn't sound like this, or if any of the strings are off by the tuning, go ahead and go through this part of the DVD. Now, here's the second portion of the tuning. This is a trick I like to use, and I learned it playing guitar. To make sure that you're in tune, you want to learn how to listen for harmonics. Now, I'm sure you probably understand what harmonics are, but when I'm talking about harmonics, are natural harmonics for guitar. Now, to get the harmonics and to make sure that you are in tune, you have to do this. You have to slightly take your second finger and put it over the 5th fret of the lowest 6th string, E string, and just hit it like that. With my thumb, I pluck the low E string. Alright, now the next step will be to go to the 7th fret of the A string and do the same thing. If both strings sound exactly the same, that means you're in tune. See? Then we must move on. We must go to the 5th fret of the A string and pluck that one, and hit the 7th fret of the D string next. So they both sound the same. So from now we go 5, 7, 5, 7. Learn how to do those harmonics like this, alright? 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7. So 3 in a row, you have to do it like that. 5, 7, 5 on the E, 7 on the A, then 5 on the A string, then 7 on the D, then 5 on the D string, and then 7 on the G. The next one, I will start off on the G string, which is on the 4th fret, and then you're going to pluck the 5th fret of the B string. So, okay, and if that sounds good, then it's going to go 5, 5th fret on the B string, and then 7th on the high E. So it's going to sound like that. And I'm not pushing anything down, I'm just slightly taking my second finger or third finger no problem. They all sound equal. So if they sound equal, that means that it's in tune and you're all good. Now there's an older way of tuning. They used to do it like this. Very similar to that harmonic tuning. It starts off with the, if you're into country or if you're into folk music, they tune it a lot like this. Okay, the next thing I just did right there was I put my second finger on the 5th fret of the E string, and I hit the A string simultaneously. Then I move, if it sounds the same, I move it down. I put my finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then I hit D. Both strings simultaneously. They sound the same. So then I move it down, 5th fret on the D string, and hit the G. sound the same. So now the 4th fret of the G string and then the B string simultaneously sound the same. And now finally the B and the high E string. I hit the B on the 5th fret, as you can see, and they both sound the same. So that means this guitar is totally in tune. You want to make sure your guitar is totally in tune, because it will sound really badly if it's not, and you're not going to get the full effect and the full tone of the guitar because it's out of tune. So this guitar right here is in tune, and if you're struggling with tuning, you can either go to the store and get yourself a tuner, an electronic tuner. They're not much, just a couple bucks. They really help out. Or you can also get a tuner on your smartphone nowadays. So you just download any kind of app that has a free tuner on it and got yourself a tuner right there. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll show you some more stuff in the next portion of this DVD. Like I said, if your guitar is not in tune, go ahead and go through this part again. Or if you're really struggling and you don't know what to do, just take your guitar over to a guitar store and then they'll tune it for you. Thank you. Okay, so what I did there was just I did an A, I hit the 2 and a 4 on the D string. Okay, try it again. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 2, 4, 5, 4. Then I moved it to the higher string, so I go 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, on 5, 4. So are we good from the beginning? 2 on the D string. So what we did there was I hit the D and A string simultaneously like this, and I go and I put my finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, and then I switch it, I alternate between 2 and 4, so like this. So basically I'm gonna go 2, 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, and then 5, 5. So and then 2, 2, 4, 2, like that. 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, and then 5, 5, 2, 2, 4, 2, and then open 3, 4 on the E string. switch down to the second fret of the G string, and then I hit the D string open. So basically D and G you're going to hit simultaneously. So yeah, basically, again, here we go. And up the string, 3, 4, and then after that. Next, we switch it to the D and G string. You hit them simultaneously with your finger over to the second fret. And then open A, 3, 4. And then continue on from there. So, there you are. Go ahead and replay this part of the DVD if you're having trouble. And there you have it. Have fun. And thank you for watching. Hello there. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to play blues and give you a general idea of the things that you're going to have to do to learn how to play blues. If you already know how to play guitar, skip this portion of the lesson. If you don't know how to play guitar, I'm going to show you the basics and some good instructions on how to play guitar. So here we go. This guitar here has got 6 strings. It's frets. These are the frets right here. Okay. And these are here are tuners. This is what you're tuning. If you're tuning higher, you are tuning to a sharp, and if you're detuning it, that is considered a flat. So if you tune it and you feel the tension, that means you're tuning higher, and that is a sharp, and if you're detuning it, it's a flat. Just to make sure you know that. Second, we should get you in tune here. I'm at a standard E tuning right now. So you can go ahead and start tuning by getting a tuner at any store, anywhere. I mean, they got tuners everywhere now. Even on your phones. Anyways, so here, this is an E. Tune out for me if you don't have one. Okay. This is A. Fifth string. This is D. This is G. This is B. definitely the first string is E. So, E, A, D, G, B, and E. Alright, so now that you're tuned, now we're going to talk about string numbers. Stop the video. Hello there. Alright, in this portion of the lesson, I'm going to be... Hi there. Alright, so, let's begin with a cool bluesy type rhythm, and I'll show you how to get started with doing some simple rhythms with your guitar. Now I'm holding the pick here, and I'm just going to be strumming down. Okay, I'm just going to do a E chord. That's the first rhythm pattern, strumming downwards. Down, 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 down. Let's try that again. Down, 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 down. Alright. Now, I put my first finger on the second fret of the A string, and I do it like that. Now, I'm going to hit all the strings twice. Then I'm going to take my third finger and put it on the fourth fret. That twice. And then my pinky will go on the fifth fret, and I'm going to hit that twice. So I'm going to go like this. Okay? Now, the next note is I'm going to go back on my third finger, put it on the fourth fret of the A string. So, it's going to go like this. Okay, so this is a basic blues rhythm. You can get started on, and I'm going to be strumming the fifth and sixth string, the A and E. And I'm going to do that 4 times. So here we go. All right. So now. Next, we will we'll be going in the key of A, which will be putting our first finger here on the second fret of the fourth string, that's the D string, and it's going to go second fret right there, and you're going to be strumming the A string down. Okay, so okay. Now you're going to take your third finger, put it on the fourth fret, hit that twice. Then you're going to take your pinky, put it on the fifth fret, hit that twice. And then you're going to take your third finger back and put it back on the fourth fret. Okay, so it's going to go. And we're going to do that twice. So. So just in case to show you, here. Alright, so let's go from the beginning, what we did before. Right here, second fret, first finger, and next finger on the second fret of the A string, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. So, that's a basic, one of the basic rhythm patterns of the blues. After that, I do a B chord, okay, which is, I take my pinky and I put it on the second fret here of the first string, then I take my ring finger, second fret here, then my first finger will go on the first fret of the D string, and my middle finger will go on the second fret of the A string right there. So it's gonna go, and I'm gonna strum the bottom 5 strings here. So okay, then I'm gonna do A minor, which is first fret right there on the B string. Then you take your 2 fingers in the middle there and put them on the second fret of the G and D string, and then you're gonna strum the A. So B, okay, and that's what we did. So this is the speed I want you to get to. That is it. So that's basic rhythm pattern that I want you to try out. If you're having trouble with this DVD, this part of the DVD, just go ahead and replay this part, and I will get back to you. Thank you for watching. Hello there. Alright, this next lesson is about finger picking. Alright, so with finger picking, I use a thumb pick. Buy them pretty much anywhere, but you don't need a thumb pick if you don't want to play one with like that. And basically, with finger picking, you're going to be following this pattern. Watch. I'm going to play you a song here first. Okay, so with finger picking, you're going to be strumming the first string down with your thumb, and then also the A string. So when you're using your thumb, use your thumb for the E and the A string. Okay? Because the last strings you're gonna be using the rest of your fingers. So here's an exercise that'll help you how to finger pick pretty well. So what you're gonna be doing is this: you're gonna be strumming down with your thumb, and then with your first finger hit the G string, then with your second finger hit the B string, and then with your third finger you're going to be hitting the E string. So it's going to go like this. Okay? Then I want you to do this. I want you to hit the A string with your thumb pick, and then you're going to hit the G string with the first finger, then your second finger you're just going to hit the B string, and your third finger is going to hit the first string. So it's going to be like this. Okay? Okay? Now with these fingers, I'm pulling up. Every time I hit them, I'm pulling them up. But only these 3 fingers. The first, first, second, and third finger. These are the only fingers you pull up with. So now I want you to do a G chord, for example, 3, 2, open, 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 3, and now watch. This time I want you to go E, then first finger, second finger, third finger, then back down to B string, and then back down to G string. So, watch closely. So, alright, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, second finger, first finger, and I'm doing a G chord. So, and then switch it to C major. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So between alternating from G to C, work on that, but do it slowly. Okay, or without a pick, without a finger pick, sorry, you can do it like this, watch. Now, if you go start off slow, and then you build your speed. Yeah, and basically, when you're not using a finger pick, you want to strum the D string with your thumb as well. There's a difference between that because your fingers, you have more room to do stuff with your fingers as opposed to holding a pick or using, so you'll be able to hit many more notes, and to the point where if you're good enough, you can have your guitar sound like it's 2 or 3 guitars, or a guitar and a bass. So it's like. Now with that, what I did there was I just did a basic C. I hit it twice, and I hit it, tap it right here on the bass body of the acoustic. So what I did there was, I did it really fast, like I simultaneously hit these 2 strings, the E strings, and then I go, okay. Okay, so. Again, here's how I did that again. So, okay, that's the first part. That's the second part. So here we go. Okay, so with this, like you can, like I said, remember to use your thumb to down on the E string and your first finger on the will go on the G, and the second finger will go on the B, third finger will go on the high E. So if you practice that and you do it like this, okay, now we're going to do it reverse. Like, here we go. I'm doing G chords still here, folks, on the 3rd fret. Alright, and then I'm just going. I try that. So this is reverse. This is reversing your pattern in this type of pattern. So I'm just going like this, simultaneously hitting both these strings. Then I'm using my 3rd finger to hit the 3rd fret. Then 2nd finger, middle finger on the B string, pull it up. Then the 3rd string, which is the G string, I'm pulling it up. So, okay? You can do that too. Now that you know how to do it the first way, now you can do it this way. So there you go. So. And then there you go. So there's your basic finger picking pattern. And if you have any trouble with it, watch this portion of the DVD again. Thank you very much again for watching this. And I do hope you enjoyed it. And practice this part slowly. If you don't get it at first, slowly, because it is hard to get this rhythm pattern down. And you learn how to tap on it as well. Make yourself an easy rhythm, and then you'll advance when it comes to this style. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I did there was I did a basic rhythm on the beginning, and then I just hit my 2nd finger on the 3rd fret, and then I put my 1st finger on the 2nd fret. So. Okay, so, and I'm only hitting these 2 strings. You see that? I'm right here. So, 2nd fret on the E, or on the A string, 4th fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, and then 3rd fret on the G, or E string. Now, 2nd time around, I'm picking from the A string down, A and D, so I move my finger down here, 2nd fret, and I go. So, there we go. There you go. So there's the cool rhythm pattern that you can try. Thank you very much. Hi there. Alright, so this lesson is about doing bends and trills and staying in boxes and doing pentatonic scales and things like that. That's let's get started. If you don't know what I'm saying here is if you don't know how to do bend, this is how you do one. I'm going to bend one full step and one half step. I'm going to take my first finger, I'm going to put it on the 12th fret of the first string, the IE, and just, there you go. And I'm bending it higher a full step. Now, I want you to try it on yourself. Then just pull the string up and bend. And I'm just strumming down. Now do that with the B string. Now try that again. High E. Okay, so with bends, you can do them. It's very common with blues music and other music in general. Like you can use your first finger and your third finger to alternate. Okay, and you can use them also as fills when you're doing a song. The best way to do them is climbing like the original pentatonic box. And right there is what I did, was a trill. Basically, you're just taking your finger and pushing it down on your left hand, and you're just gonna shake it. Okay, while you're pushing it down, and your thumb is pressed behind the neck there, so it's easier to do that. With bends, I want you to do a bend starting from the first fret to the 3rd and 5th and 7th and 9th and 12th and 15th and 17th and 19th. So here we go. 12, 15, 17, 19, and then from 19 back down. Okay, no problem. Right? Now we're going to be doing hammer-ons. This is a hammer-on. So what I did there was I just hit the open D string, and I just hit it once, and then with my left hand I keep on hitting open to open to open to open to. Okay, and if you want to learn a cool fill, here's one that you can use. I made it up, and I'm gonna show you real quick. What I did there was open to open to open to, then 2 open on the G string, 2 open on the D string, 3 open on the low E. So there's a cool fill that you can practice with using your hammer-ons and techniques like that. Now also with hammer-ons, you can also do hammer-ons from like 3 and 5. Okay, and that will help you increase your alternation, your speed of alternation. So what I suggest is just going 5 and 3 on the 1st and 3rd string, like that, and then the next one, A string, and then the D string, 3 and 5. 3 5, 3 5, and 3 5. And it's a good exercise to get your hands strengthened up and speed up. If you're ready, let's go with 5 and 7. 5, 7. Okay, so. Okay. That's a good way to learn how to do hammer runs and increase your speed slowly. 5 7 5 5 7 5 5 7 5 5 7 5 7 5 5 7 5. You know. Now I'm going to be talking about staying in the box when you're playing solos. You should you're going to most guitar players stay up in here in the pentatonic form over here on the 12th fret. It's the best way to stay in the key of E, and I'll show you how to do that. So here we go. Put your first finger on the 12th fret, then your third finger on the 15th fret. So watch this now. Okay, so 12, 15, 12, just hit it once, then 12, 15, 12 on the B string. Okay, so what we did there was 12, 15, 12, 12, 15, 12 on the B string, and then 14 on the G, 12 on the G, and then 14 on D, and then I barred the 12th fret, the first 3 strings on the 12th fret, and hit it twice. So So 14. So this box, you can continue on. You can go do something, for instance, like 12, 14, 12, 14 on the E and D string. So what I did there was 12, 14, 12, 14, 12 on the G string. You can do the same pattern on the A there. That's pretty much a good way to stay in that key. And with here, you're pretty. The only thing that's weird is, but you're pretty. You have no room to move really when you're here. So a good way to build a blues pattern is to start from here and then go to here. So I did there was, and then I just hit 3 5 5, then 5 7 7, then 5 7, and starting off with that 3 5 5 7 5 7 part. So five, five, seven, seven, five, seven, five, seven, five on the G string, and then 7 on the D. And you can adjust it to the variations that I've just done like that. Something like that would work. Like 3 to 5 to 7 to 5 to 7 to anywhere up here. And building a way to get up, for instance, to that pentatonic E. So alright, so now I'm going to be showing you some different patterns that are used mostly here in blues. Put your first finger here on the 7th fret of the first string, and then the 8th fret of the 2nd string, like that. I want you to hit the E string after that twice, or actually start off like that. So what I did there was open, 7 on there on the first string, and 8 on the 2nd string. And you just let it ring and just trill the notes. What I did there was 5, 7, 5. Alright. Now you can do that same note up here on the 12th fret, and same here. I'm sorry, on the 12th and the 13. So 7 and 8. So alright, 7 and 8 there. Now you're building a rhythm, so okay. Then you would do a bend. Let's say on the 15th fret, and you're here, you're in the box. Okay, so what I did there was, okay, and then 7 and 8. There are 7 on the 7 on the first string and 8 on the 2nd string. And I'm pulling up with my pick up because it's easier. But you can also go down. So and then I just go 2, 4 on the E string, and then 2 on the A. So, and then what I did there was 2, 4, 2 on the, starting from the D to the A. So then 2, 4, 2, and land on the A string, So second time around, I go 7 and 10. So here we go. And 2 on the E, 4 on the E, and then 2 on the A, and then you go 2 on the D string, then 4 on the A string, and then 2 and on the A string. Second time around, hit open A, then hit 7 on the, 9 on the first string, and then 10 on the B string. Then same pattern, 2, 4, 2 on the 2, 4 on the D string, and then 2 on the G, and then 4. The same pattern that you did before. So. Then you can do like a B chord. B chord. Then you can do something like we were doing before, the pattern in the pentatonic pattern. So gradually practice this part of the DVD, and we'll move on in the next DVD or next portion of the DVD on the basics of tripling, doing triplets. Okay, and we will be doing some other stuff as well. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I did there was I did a basic rhythm at the beginning, and then I just hit my second finger on the 3rd fret, and then I put my first finger on the 2nd fret. So. Okay, so, and I'm only hitting these 2 strings. You see that? Am I right here? So, 2nd fret on the E, or on the A string, 4th fret on the A, 2nd fret on the A, and 3rd fret on the G, or E string. Now, second time around, I'm picking from the A string down, A and D, so I move my finger down here, 2nd fret, and I go. So, here we go. There you go. So there's the cool rhythm pattern that you can try. Thank you very much. Alright, hello there. Alright, this portion of the DVD is going to talk about bar chords. And I'm going to show you the basics of barring and notes and things like that. So, So here we go. I'm going to show you the first couple of basic bar chords that you should know when it comes to playing. So here we go. So now here, this is the F minor right here. Now, typically when you bar a chord, you're going to use one finger to cover all of the strings on one single fret. Like, for instance, your index finger, like you'll be pointing up, sort of, to the ceiling. Now you take that and you lock all of them down. With you lock the first fret, as you can see right here, like I'm doing. Close-up view. I push them all down, and I use my thumb behind the neck, and I push it down. As you can see, I'm holding it down. It's like holding no. Now, I take my third finger and I put it on the third fret of the A string, and then that is a F sharp, or I'm sorry, F minor, and basically that is how you do it. The F minor. It's basically in a bar chord that is relatively easy to perform. You take, like I said, you can add your pinky to it too. First, you start off with putting your first finger covering all the strings, then your third and fourth finger, put them on the third fret of the A string, and then your pinky behind that on the third fret of the D string. Okay, so that's the first bar chord. The next one is a B minor 7th chord. Basically, it's on the 7th fret right here, and then you're gonna bar all of the strings on the 7th fret, and then you're gonna put your third finger on the 9th fret of the A string. So it's gonna sound like this. So remember barring. Remember covering all the frets on every string, and then putting your third finger on the 9th fret. So here's close up, like this first. Make sure you're in between them right there, and then putting your third finger on the A right there on the A. So okay, so now the next one is going to be a E, a very popular chord that you should know is E7 9 chord. Basically, it's your root note is your 7th. 7 is an E. The root note is an E. So okay, so like this. You're gonna hit the 6th string will be open. Then the 5th string on the A would be the 7th fret. Put your third finger there. Then, I'm sorry, your second finger there. Then your first finger will go on the D string of the 6th fret. Okay. Then your third finger will go on the 7th fret of the G string. And then your pinky will go on the 8th fret of the B string, and then your final E would be open. So it's like this. It goes 0, 7, 6, 7, 8, open. So the chord, it sounds like this. So once again, 0, 0, then 7. Find the 7th fret. Put your second finger on there. Then put your first finger on the 6th fret of the D string. Then your third finger on the third finger on the 7th fret or 6th fret. Let me restart that. Open. then 7, then 6, then 7, then 8, and then 0. So open, 7, 6, 7, 8, 0. It's a little tricky, but once you get it, it's a very famous chord. Lots of rock is derived from that chord. Again, that is the E7 9th position guitar chord, whereas the root note is E, because you're hitting the E and you're hitting it on the 7th fret of the A string. That's in the root of E. So now the next one is going to be the A-shaped bar chord. Basically, you're going to go like this. Basically, you're going to cover the first, second, third, fourth finger with your third finger, and then you're going to put your first finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, and you're going to strum the 5 strings down like this. That is the A. That's a bar chord in the shape of A. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the E. E chord bar 9th. So basically, it's you're going to do it like this. Basically, it's holding down your thumb on it. You can do that too. The way to do this chord, this E bar chord, you're going to go like this. It's going to start off on the 5th. You're going to have to cover all the 5th fret like that, and then you're going to put your 3rd finger and pinky on the 7th fret of both the A string and the D string. So you're going to have to do it like this. Okay, and now, but look, when you're doing the E and you're barring on the 9th, it's going to have to go like this. You're going to put your first finger on the 5th, cover all that right there, cover all the 5th fret, then your second, your 3rd finger will go on the 7th of the A string, and then your second finger will go on the 6th of the D string. So it's going like this. So you're going to be in the key of E, and this way you can make up a lot of cool stuff like this. And yes, you would be able to bar it like this. 5, 7, 7, 6, 5, 5, 5. You can do that too. So that's a good way to do it in the form of E. And now let's look at in the form of a G here. So form of G, we're going to strum the 5 strings down here, and we're going to put our first finger on the 7th fret. So and like this, and then what we're going to do is take our 3rd finger and put it on the 9th fret and hammer on. Then that's G in the form of a bar chord. Okay, very famous in rock and blues and such kinds of music. Alright, so let's see here. You will be playing next in the form of C, which bar chord C is on the 9th fret of the E string, then it's the 9th fret of the A string, then it's 11th fret of the D string, then it's the and then you're gonna be barring that like this. This is the a bar chord in the form of C bar, C form. So, again, it's 9, 9, 11, 10, 9, 9, 9. Okay? Let us move on. So, let's continue with what we did before. Remember, the F sharp is 1, 3, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1. This is F sharp, bar first, and your last two fingers on the 3 here, and then the 4 on the 3 here. A string and D string. So it's going to go like this. Okay? Now, same position, move it up. You're going to be barring right here. This is barring in the G form. Now you're going to slide up to here. Guess what? That is barring in the form of A. The one up here, the one on the 7th fret is barring in the form of B. And finally, the bar in the form of E. Basically, you're just open 12, 10, you know, up here. You'll be in the form of E. So there you have it. Work on that, and get back. Well, on the next lesson, we'll continue with more like scales and such. All right. Thank you for watching this. Go ahead and practice this, and restart this portion of the DVD if you have trouble. Thank you. Hey there. Alright. In this lesson, I am going to show you about soloing in certain patterns. So, the most common one, pattern of soloing is here. Is in this area here on the 12th fret and the 15th fret, all the strings here, and I'm going to alternate the strings, and I'm going to just do basic pentatonics and show you the best way to be in tune with your rhythm. So here's a rhythm. So basically what I did there was I started to use patterns like 12, 15, 12, 15, like that, on that rhythm. So I go bend 3 times there, and 15, 12, 15, 12. I go up a scale and then I go down. So then I would go 14, 12, and then 14 on the D string. So G, go like this. 14, 12, 14, 12, 2, and then I bar like that, bar to 12, and that would be my regular. And then next I would do the pentatonic, basically an E pentatonic, and then I would use my pinky to go to the 17th fret, then just go 17, 15, 12, 15, 14, 12. So I go I'd go 17, 15, 12, 15, 12, then on the B string, and then G string I would go 14, 12, 14, bar 12, bottom 3, and I'd trill on the 12 on the 14 of the D string. So that is a good pattern that you can do when you're playing in that form. And so here's another one you could do. You go like this, open. Actually, here's another A pentatonic scale. It would go like this. It goes 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8. Then basically it's gonna go 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, 8, 5, like that. Now you get the speed right. You can do it either way. I like to change it up all the time. So then you can do this pentatonic scale anywhere. You'd be in the key of E if you did it here in the 12 and 15. There you go. So, and let me see if I can show you here. Okay. And the rhythm like that I just did right there was open, 3, open, 3, 5, 3, open. Then you can do that. Okay, so yeah, I mean you can use that to your advantage to playing, and basically I'll show you another pattern that you can do right here. So if you're ready, I'll restart here. Now watch. 5, 5th fret on the A string. So I'm going to show you how I did that. I'm going to show you how I did that real quick. So basically, I just go, it's a cool basic form that you can do and learn how to slide. So what I did there was I put my third finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and then I went, and so watch closely. So I put my first finger there on the 5th fret of the 5th string, like this, and then there's the first part. Then I go 5, 3, 5 on the E string, and then back to 3 on the A. So then 3 on the B, D string, and then 5 back on the A. Then the second time I do it here, I start off in the same pattern, but I do it here on the 7th fret of the 4th string. So I go 7, and then 7, 5, 7, then back to 5, 7 on the D string, and then 5 on the G, and then back to 7 on the D string. So it goes again like this: 7, 7, 5 on the D, and then 7 on the A, then back to 5 on the D string, and you go 5, 7. Then you go to 5 on the G string, and then back to 7 on D. So then you can do like a cool bend on the 7th fret. So then second time around, you can just go do 3 bends on the 7th fret of the G string, then back to the 5 and on the G string, and then back to 7 on the D string. So see, nothing to it. So patterns like that will help you out with playing this rhythm. So and you can actually improvise, and you can go back to the 7 and 9. Things like that, and just go ahead and mess around and learn, study these patterns and move on to the next portion of the DVD. Thank you very much. Hi there. Alright, so this lesson is about capos. Okay, there's 2 kinds of capos. First of all, one that is a full line, and the other one is a partial. It will only have half of the teeth here where it presses down. It'll only have, this one has a full. Okay, so what the capo does is basically it covers all the strings and raises the pitch of your guitar about 1/2 step for each fret. So most of the time capos are commonly used for changing songs to a key that is more comfortable for a singer, and so they don't have to play really difficult chords, and it makes it easier for them. So first thing you're gonna do, you got a capo, put it up on your 1st fret. Okay, so now strong. Okay, now your tuning has now greatly enhanced, and in your the pitch of your guitar basically it's been raised. So if you wanted to do chords, for instance, like you did back here on the 2 and 1, you move them up here. Now where like for instance, here's a D chord. Okay, our tuning is automatically raised, so we're gonna put my first finger here on the 3 on the first string, then my third finger here on the 4th fret of the B string, and the second finger on the 3rd fret of the G string, and there's your D chord. Alright? Now, like same for like a G chord. We're going to be using the 4th fret right here in the same form as you would normally use as a 3 fret, but you're moving it up. So you're gonna put your pinky there on the 4th fret. Then you're gonna move your second finger and put it on the 4th fret of the highest, the lowest and highest string. So, okay, let me show you again. Remember when you're doing chords back then, without the capo, they're here on the G would be on the 3rd fret. But when you have a capo on, your tuning is raised, so you will have to move the chords down here. So for instance, a G chord would be 4 3 3 3 3, or sorry, 4 3 0 0 0, then 4. So, and remember, you're strumming the same pattern. It's just the tuning has been raised because of the capo. So now everything was raised. So everything, F chord, you can, an F, original F minor, now it's raised up here, and now everything it has been raised. So that would be an A now. This would be an A. Right here. A would be right here on the 6th fret. A bar. I'm barring on the 6th. And then I'm putting my 3rd and 4th finger here on the 8th fret of the A and D string. This is where your A would be, since it's raised. And so on and so forth. Now if you raise the capo to the 2nd fret, okay, guess what? Now you are now tuned at a whole step now. So you would have to do chords here. Normally what you would do on the 3, you would move them down here to the 6th fret. Okay? Okay? So, for instance, the C would be now on the 5th, 4th, and open and 3rd fret of the B string. So what I'm doing here is I put my capo on the 2nd fret, and I'm doing a 3rd I'm doing a C chord up here on the 5th, and I'm alternating from 3rd to 5. Thanks for watching. What? Hi there. Alright, so in this lesson I'm going to be showing you how to use a slide. Basically you can get a slide anywhere. Most of them are made of brass. And what you do is you put them on your 3rd finger, your fretting hand. And most of the time, a lot of musicians use capos to play with these guys. And I think it's a good idea to start off with learning how to use the capo and mixing it up with the slide for yourself. Here. So what I do is I took my capo and I put it on the 1st fret here. And with my slide, I'm just going to gently put it here on the 3rd fret. And then strum the bottom 2 strings. And then open. So. Okay, now watch. It's going to sound a little difficult to do, but watch this. It's going to go open, 3, open, 5, 5, 3, open. So, okay? good start. So how we did open 3, open 5, 3, open. That is how you do the first one. So here's another one. Here's another one. Okay, all I did there was I just hit the open, the bottom. I hit the open strings on the bottom 4 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I went like this, and then 4, open, and then 4. So, and then I slid from, without striking, I slid from the 4th fret to the 6th fret, and then I went 6, 4, open, like that. Okay, so put those two parts together. Okay, and now from that open, you're gonna go open, 4, open, 13. Slide all the way to 13, and push down not so hard, but enough so that it can slide with ease. So. So, open, 4, open, 6, 4, open. Then, second part, open, 4, open. Slide from 4 to 13. Shake your hand left and right, but stay in between the frets. And then go to 6, 6, 4, open. That's it. So. So, like I said before in the previous lessons, if you're having trouble with this, go ahead and go over the part again of this DVD. But for now, I'm going to raise the capo to the 2nd fret, and we're going to do the same pattern. This time, we're going to do it on the 5 and the 7. So you're going to hit the bottom strings open like that. And go. So open, 5, 7, 5, open. Okay? Open, 5, 7, open, 7, 5, open. Okay? Try that. Now. Yeah, so the key for these is to make sure that you have your finger is loosely set up in there, so it kind of jiggles like that. That way you can control how hard you push down on it. You don't have to push it down that hard, you know. Just get the one that's the right size for you when you get it, because there's different sizes. And look at your finger, and you determine to see if your finger will be getting, and you can get your finger in there, because you could actually get your finger stuck in these things. And so I advise you to take a look at the size that you're going to get for these slides. Okay, so I mean, you can make cool rhythms like that, and there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with these slides. Like, if you're going to continue, you can continue moving from this position to the 4th, right there. Now try this. I want you to put your capo over on the 4th fret, and I just want you to simply slide from 6 to 8, and then shake your hand, moving left and right like this. I'm just striking it once, 1, 2, once, 1, 2, like that. You know? Okay, you can change it up. There you go. See? So, that's another cool thing you can do. The higher you go, the more stuff you can do. And like I said, so go ahead and practice it. And like I said, next part, if you're having trouble with it, go ahead and take a look at it again. And it's gonna sound like that. So, thank you for watching. Alright then, so in this lesson I'm just going to put on a sound bite for you so you can jam along with it and see what you sound. So here we go. Okay, so how did it feel to you when you played? I mean, when you play, seriously, just start off just doing things that you would normally think of, just like bending your strings. Basically, what I did was just at 15, 15, 12, 15, 12, 15, then 14, 12, then 14, 12, 14, 12, then 15, 12. It's another good pattern to learn. 15 on the high E first, 15, 12 on the high E, then 15, 12 on the B, then 14, 12 on the G, 14, 12 on the D, then 14, 12 on the A, and then 15, 12 on the lowest E. So, okay, now backwards. Okay, so these are great patterns that you can learn how to use and mess around with. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hello, if you like this DVD, you can also check out these other fine DVDs that are on Mario's online store 630. Guitar Lesson Z DVD. Learn how to play guitar. Available now on our eBay store. Learn basic chords, learn how to do scales, learn how to do awesome guitar tricks, tuning, play songs, everything for the beginners. Next up, we got Bass Lessons Z DVD. We also teach bass on DVD. Ukulele Lessons Z DVD. We also teach ukulele, different chords and songs and styles. And of course, Vokes is featured on Violin Lessons Z DVD. Learn how to play the violin. Available now on our eBay store. Search Mario's online store up on eBay. Any requests or inquiries, send them to wildthing630@yahoo.com. Please feel free to let us know how you are doing in your playing. Check out these other great DVDs on Mario's online store 630. Visit www.ebay.com/USR Mario's Online Store 60. Thank you and goodbye. Hello there. Alright, so, well, that's about it. So go ahead and practice all the stuff on this DVD. And I'm glad that I got this time to teach you what I know about guitar. And I gotta say that this has been very enjoyable doing this DVD, and I spent a lot of time doing these kinds of DVDs, and I'm hoping that it helps you with your playing. And you can also purchase more DVDs if you want to learn how to play different instruments such as the ukulele or bass, guitar, and things like that on the eBay store that I have. So go ahead and give me a 5-star rating for this DVD if you want. So once again, thank you very much for getting this DVD. I do hope that it helped you. I put a lot of work into these kinds of things, and I really do feel the satisfaction when I hear good stuff all the time from all my students. So thank you very much again, and have a pleasant day. Alright, that's it. Thanks a lot.